Next up on our heroes' main stage, we're joined by two incredible talents from the world of Baldur's Gate 3. Our first guest brought Shadowheart to life through one of the most memorable performances in modern gaming, and recently won Best Performance at the Game Awards for her latest role in Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, the amazing Jennifer English. Joining her is actor and performance director Aliona Baranova, whose work helped shape the emotional performances and cinematic storytelling that made Baldur's Gate 3 such a global success. Please join us in giving Jennifer English and Aliona Baranova a huge Comic Con Stockholm welcome.
Hey guys.
Hello.
How have you been?
Very good.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Why was that so pointed?
How have you been?
Sorry.
Is this therapy?
Have you had the chance to experience the con floor or anything?
No, we
Not
never
at all.
do. We never do.
You never do? Okay. If you would have the chance, what would you buy, you think?
All the things.
Everything. What of each?
I'm a jewelry hunter. So I'm always like, yes, more rings for me. Yeah, a lot of people have the really cool silver cuffy elf ears, and I'm obsessed. Obsessed. What about you? What would you get?
Bird things.
Bird things.
Birds.
Yeah, also bird things.
Please, if you have questions for our guests, don't be shy. Step up to the microphone and let's talk a bit.
Do it.
And while people are doing that, I can kick us off a bit. But this might be I want to ask you guys. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Clair Obscure. Those are games. But they're also enormously. They have enormously passionate fans, emotionally invested people. Does it feel like a gift to be a part of those games, or does it feel like kind of a responsibility that you didn't ask for?
Ooh, deep question.
This is therapy.
This is therapy.
I knew it.
Yeah. Where's my chaise longue?
We're here for our therapy session.
No, I love it. I think it definitely is the greatest privilege ever to be kind of a custodian, perhaps, of those games. But I think there's a level of responsibility, and especially as human beings, when people invest in you as well as your characters. I think it's important to therefore be authentic and kind, and hopefully that not too unnaturally anyway, but massively. You don't want to be an absolute knobhead. And I think we've been pretty vocal about the kind of causes we support, and we got to raise money for War Child last year, stuff like that. That's what we want to be able to do with that. But no, huge responsibility, but not in a burdenous isn't a word, burden-y way, in a this is a beautiful privilege kind of way.
Yeah, absolutely. What Jen said, and also, in Cyberpunk, I'm in scenes with Keanu Reeves, man. That's so fucking cool. He's like a hero.
Nice perk, yeah.
And the responsibility is I am quite chaotic online, and I like to just comment loads of shit on my friends' posts and stuff, and now I can't because there's a blue tick next to my name. So I kind of rein it in. I used to post a lot of stories, and now I'm a lot more thousands of people will see this. Maybe don't be as chaotic.
The responsibility of being a public figure like that.
Yeah. I forget all the time. I don't know about you.
All the time, and I it's things like being recognised in public, which you think, I'm a bloody video game character, nobody's gonna, but they do a lot, and that's wild to me. for some reason though, lately, it's only when I'm feeling vulnerable. And like there was one time in an airport recently, I was having a cry, and bless them, like really sweet people came over, and I was like eating a burger out of my lap. It was so grim, and I was like, I'm really overstimulated, but it's really nice to meet you. You know, it's stuff like that that you're like, oh yeah, life has changed a lot.
All right, well, over to you guys. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, this is on. Well, my question is to you, Jennifer.
Hello.
If you, okay, everyone here has played Clair Obscur, right? Kind of, okay.
Spoiler warning?
Yeah, close your eyes and plug your ears if you don't want spoilers. Okay, my question is, like, there's a lot of debate about the ending, and I'm not gonna ask which one you personally would choose.
Miles, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but like, okay, that was kind of my question though. Well, okay, the question I was gonna ask was, what would you think was best for her mental health? Like, to stay in the canvas or to leave?
Oh.
Like, long term.
Yeah, face your reality or live in a delusional land.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both pretty shit.
Yeah.
They're both, but that's the beauty of it. There's no like black and white. This is brilliant. This is bad. Because also, like, who are we to say that reality isn't a reality? I like if I'm thinking personally, what I, Jennifer, would do if I had the choice between living with my friends and living a life that I adore, and friends mean the world to me, or letting them go and being miserable. Obviously, I'm choosing the delusional with my friends.
Yeah.
Do I agree with what she does to Verso?
No.
That's really dark. But I would absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of.
But
That's my answer.
Like, what I think about that, I would, like, in the perfect world, I would definitely want to stay. But I'm like, what if she goes, like, if she does what she did to Verso, to, like, all the other people, and they just, like, be in, WandaVision. Yeah, kind of like that. She just control everything, and I don't want them to suffer, so I just Versus ending better on it.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm very attached.
Yeah.
Attached to my answer. Yeah. I think we should stop talking about it because so many people have got their ears still plugged. Yeah. If you're next to someone with fingers in their ears, tell them to take them out now.
My bad.
Yeah. We're good. Spoilers over. Play the game. It's great.
Hello, my name is William, and I have a question. When you were working on these big games, Baldur's Gate, Clair Obscur, did you know that you were going to be like Game Award winning?
No.
Did you feel it? When you were...
Yeah, we put bets on it and made a lot of money from it.
I mean, you did bet.
Oh my god, I did actually! But not money! So Baldur's Gate, no, we didn't know. Obviously because it was a franchise. Is it a franchise if it's the
Yeah.
it's a thing.
D&D, yeah.
There was an inkling that it would be a big deal, and I remember when I was directing on it, for the first 6 months, I didn't know what it was. Did you?
No.
It was a code name. And then one day they bring me in and they're like, by the way, we're going to reveal to you what it is. I'm like, it's Baldur's Gate 3. And I was like, I don't know what that is. Great, I'm just going to go back and do my job. I don't know. But once Baldur's Gate was a big hit, when Clair Obscur was coming out, the team, Jack from Kepler, from the publishing team, was like, oh, if we sell like 500,000 copies in the first week, that would be amazing. And we had seen parts of the game. I knew about Jen's performance, and I'd recorded a little bit on it. And I said to him, you're going to sell 1 million copies in the first week. He was like, that's never going to happen. And I said, if it happens, you owe me 33 baguettes. And it happened, and he still hasn't given me the damn baguettes.
Do you really want 33 baguettes? What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to sit and be proud that I was right. I'm going to enjoy being right.
I love that.
Yeah, sit on my throne of baguettes. Like me, I have 33 baguettes.
No, we didn't, and I'm glad we didn't, because I think that would have put so much pressure, and I think it just meant that we could enjoy the creative process and not think about the end result or the audience reaction. We're just there going, how do we make this the best game possible? And also in the UK, certainly, there's not really been a precedent for, not so much anyway, of actors in games to be like adored in the way that that they have been from Baldur's Gate 3. And so like there was no like blueprint for that. There was no like, oh, this is what could happen. It was just like, okay, we're going to do the game and live the rest of our lives. I think as well, I genuinely thought, because it was out in early access, so people had already played the game, and I thought it was just going to be continuation of that. I didn't think anything would change. I thought, like, well, people have already played it, so whatever. Didn't realise it would sell in that way. So yeah. So
We kind of didn't for a month, remember? And then I said to you, hey, I've seen this meme online. I think you should make a video. It took me 3 days to convince Jen to make a video of her saying, I made... You say it.
Yes, I may be a hater and a gatekeeper, but I'm also God's favourite princess and the most interesting girl in the world.
Yeah. Because I'm chronically online.
Yes.
You know what's hard about being having a public figure? When you see people talk about you online, somehow algorithms work in a way. If your name is used, it will sometimes come up for you. And so I see people say things, and I'm like, yeah, well, I don't agree. Ah, crap, I'm her. I can't say it. I have to pretend I'm not seeing it. But yeah, when Jen did that meme, that's when suddenly all of that attention came, right?
Yeah. It was like, oh, there's a person behind the woman I've romanced for the past month. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, we really went wrong.
Asker went away, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have 2 questions, one for each of you.
Yes.
Jennifer, what was the most emotionally taxing thing to record for Clair Obscur specifically?
All of it. The end. The end, which I shan't spoil, but the end. Yeah, there were big sobby tears, and the tears are real throughout all of that. I think, generally, but in general, Expedition was 100%. Like it was a lot of me in that, and a lot of my own emotions, and I'm glad I did it, but it was taxing, and I wouldn't go back and change anything, but it did take a toll, and I think I'm learning different ways to look after myself now. Thank you, therapy.
Thank you, therapy.
Thank you, therapy. All of it. Thank you, Jen and Jen, for writing the most brutal game ever. And Aliona, what was your question?
Yeah, and what's the most hard thing to do when you're directing other people in how to act? Because it is a very intimate thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Actors are very vulnerable when they perform and there's people looking at them, kind of how we feel right now. Sometimes with motion capture technology, it can be really overwhelming. You have 30 or 40 cameras looking at you from every angle. Actors are used to having an audience on stage or a camera, so you know where you're being looked at from, the angle. But in motion capture, it's all around, so there is nowhere to hide. And you put this skin-tight suit on.
The wetsuit.
Yeah, and for certain actors, especially if they're doing it their first time, they can just freeze. They can do a really good vocal performance still, but physically they just lock up from the discomfort of it, from the exposure of it. And so, in many ways, my job was to coach that person out of that and make them feel comfortable in their own skin, in their own performance, and in the skin of their character. And also, when you're wearing that skin-tight suit, and your character is wearing an armor, it's quite a big difference. So it was sometimes directing is about being almost a friend to the other actor, to the performer. And I really appreciate when I'm acting, when a director makes the effort first to make me feel comfortable in the room, to find a way to bond with me, to make me feel safe, and then go from there carve that performance. So the most challenging thing was when I would see an actor, especially kind of older actors, it would overwhelm them, all this technology. It was, seeing that tension and then just finding a way to just slowly, but we have like an hour and you have to get all these lines recorded and you're like, okay, really quickly got to get this person to warm up into this. So it was like a whole routine that I had to do sometimes, but it was a lovely challenge. Great question, thank you. Yeah.
Just to say, like, Aliona was utterly amazing, and there was a reason, like, before we were even friends, there was a reason why I requested you as my performance director, because I was exactly like that, and really actively stressed about the mocap, and you just made me feel like, oh yeah, I can do that. So thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Hello.
Hello, you two. My question is there any work you've done that nobody really knows is attributed to you two?
Was anyone else in the panel yesterday?
This question was asked.
This question was asked. Okay, cool. So I did a game called Marathon, which is out, and like my bits are really hidden. Like you have to like properly like go and look for them. But they're some of my favourite performances, and nobody's heard them. The writing of those bits is so beautiful, and I'm like, I just want the world to see it, and nobody's seen it. So that. What else? Yeah, I think that'll do. And also Divinity, like, because I play like a million different characters, and some of them you're like, yeah, that's Jennifer English, but some of them you're like, I don't think, I haven't heard those bits. Either they cut them out, which is also a thing that could have done, or it's because I'm playing like a northern 6-year-old and nobody's clocked that it's me. I'd love it if somebody like actually like dove in and just made a compilation of all my characters. I'd really appreciate that. Nobody's done it yet.
And you've been hinting on so many panels.
I've been hinting on so many panels, and I'm like, can I just be direct? Can somebody do that for me? Thanks. Yeah. What about you?
My answer yesterday was Lena Melina in Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. The developers told me like this is like one of the only fun bits in the game, and I was like, oh, that's so exciting! I've got Keanu Reeves in my scene. That's amazing. And then it just it's like people enjoy it, but it's a bit swept under the rug. I don't know. It goes under the radar. And in the Lies of P DLC, playing Veronique, she's this like 6 foot, 8 foot tall, I don't know, warrior, and I put so much of myself into like physically, like so much screaming, and it is a really good fight, and it takes people a long time because she's a boss that you play, and people wanted more of her, but the game has moved on, and that would have been amazing to get into that character a bit more, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. In nomine Patri Filius, just thank you.
You're blessed. Aliona, unfortunately, I don't know nearly enough about you, but I'd be...
That's good, Jesus. I need to fly under the radar. Give me accent.
But I'd be really interested to hear how you got your start in the industry, and what made you want to go down that path of directing others. And for Jen, perhaps a bit of a silly question. Maelle, Shadowheart, both amazing characters, amazing performances. If you were given the option to reprise one of them, but whichever you choose, you can never reprise the other, which one would you go with?
This is like
Jesus!
old stuff.
Don't make me answer that! Absolutely not!
It's a trick question because he's Jesus and you can actually just resurrect.
Easter Sunday and that, yeah. You go first, because I like your question.
I'm sorry, I forgot the question because I was so
How did you get started in the industry?
Can I add to Aliona's the question about you? If I can color it a bit. You were born in Belarus, right?
No.
No, you were born in England.
Yeah, so there's another Aliona Baranova, and Google gets us confused.
Right.
So Google.
You were born in
I was
England.
born. Sorry, I have a chest infection. That's why. One second.
But what I'm getting at is you have either lived or been born or whatever Google tells me in Britain. You have connections to Belarus, and you also study, I think, in Czech Republic. So my question to you is, if someone asks you, you didn't at all?
No, that's the other Aliona Baranova.
Well, I'm glad we have cleared that up.
I'm glad you did your research. Just
I'm trying.
the other Aliona Baranova. She's an animator.
Could you tell us then your life story, please?
Well, therapy and Jesus. I was born on a sunny day in England. My parents are Russian. They immigrated from Russia. And yeah, I was born in London. And God, I don't know how far back to go. This is so weird because Jesus is right there.
My point is, whenever someone asks you, where are you from, what do you say?
Oh my God, like I buffer when people ask me that because I'm like, where am I from? Or where am I from? I'm not sure what you're asking me right now.
Right.
So I grew up speaking Russian parents, then went to school, learned English. Skip forward a few years of I went to Catholic primary school, Jesus, you'd be very pleased.
Very good.
Then I'm gay, so I would sit in church and be like, fuck, I'm gonna set on fire soon. This is getting hot, is it hot here? How did I get to directing Baldur's Gate is the question, right? I grew up doing judo and gymnastics. I competed in judo and I was very ADHD and very physical. And then I went into acting. And after I finished theatre training, people started to tell me, you should try motion capture because you have a lot of the skills that motion capture would require as an actor. And I was like, yeah, why not? Throw some money at that. I live at home with my parents, why not? And then did a bunch of workshops in it, started to make connections, started to work in motion capture as a performer, and then an audition for a role in what I didn't know was Baldur's Gate came up for the role of Shadowheart, which I auditioned. And I didn't book, surprise, surprise. And then 6 months later, they contacted me asking if I would direct on the game because I had motion capture experience. So actually, Jesus, I fell into it. Maybe it was divine path, maybe you took me there. I didn't mean to get into directing. If someone could correct that Google result about the other Aliona Baranova, that would be great, but she seems really cool.
Well, then people have two things now. The thing you wanted, Jennifer, for people to do a supercut of your performances and people to correct Wikipedia for Aliona's
Yes, yeah, please.
heritage.
Yes.
We'll get right on it.
Yeah,
Good, sorry.
Thanks, team.
So I fell into it and I didn't think I'd be good at it. They needed me for 2 sessions, but because I'd coached gymnastics, I could see how the body moves in isolation. As Jen very kindly said, I had a knack for making people feel comfortable. And then they asked me to carry on doing it for 4 years, and I did. And that's how it happened, Jesus. And now I'm sat here talking in front of you on a convention panel, and I just don't know what my life is.
And I'm not going to answer your question because I don't want to. I don't want to. I can't choose between my children. No, I genuinely couldn't, and I think. For me, it would be like reprising either one of them. It would just like, it would have to be in such a way that honors them and feels right and beautiful. And but I would hope to. I would absolutely hope to. And I couldn't. No, I just couldn't. I couldn't not like have that option because also I don't like being told what not to do. Yeah, that's the worst thing when you're like someone tells you not to do something and just want to do it even more. I'm like, fuck off. I'm gonna do it. Thank you, Jesus.
That's the right answer. Thank you.
Hi, Jennifer. So my question for you was, they recently announced a book based on Astarion's prequel story, and I was wondering if they did the same thing for Shadowheart, A, who would write it, and what would it be about?
Oh, what would it be about? Oh, I don't know. I'd love to explore what happened in the like teenage years, like when she was Shah's, like under Shah's instruction, and what else would I like to know about Shadowheart? I love her. I don't know. Somebody did a beautiful art of Lae'zel, her having a threesome with Lae'zel and Karlach that they gave me yesterday. And
Jesus, cover your ears!
And now I'm like, yeah, let's have that. I'm joking, for legal reasons, that's a joke. Yeah, I don't know, I like, yeah. There's so much rich, I think that what John Corcoran did with, I mean, yeah, like that's his baby, and what he did with Shadowheart and the depth that he wrote for her, and it's so beautiful, and what an honor to play her for 4.5 years, and yeah, there's so much more in his head, I'm sure, and would love to just like peek inside his brain and be like, what more did you write? What more did you think of that didn't make it into the game? Maybe one day I'll get him drunk and make him talk.
Squirrel thing is lovely.
What?
Squirrel thing that he put in the game was lovely.
Oh yeah, that was
Nice.
really beautiful. Yeah, he put in the game that in the epilogue that Aliona's squirrel was adopted by Shadowheart. That's really sweet. Lovely, Rick. Yeah.
Yeah, one person clapping, yeah.
Thank you very much. Hi.
This isn't so much a question as a confession and an apology. You played Shadowheart really...
Jesus is there, if he needs us first.
Yes, Jesus. You played Shadowheart really, really well. My first playthrough, I found her so annoying that I killed her.
You killed her?
Yeah.
Get out!
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you should be!
Sorry, to keep the therapy bit going, how does that make you feel?
No, genuinely, I get very protective.
Yeah.
Of both of them, well, all of my characters, like I feel really like it feels really personal. I'm like, shut up! Don't do that! Yeah, like somebody's a joke. Who was it? Like somebody's partner once was just like, yeah, killed Shadowheart, and like I took her clothes, and I was like, I am never talking to you again. I feel really like no, because I think because we put so much of ourselves in these characters, and like they feel really close. Like I'm like, you did that to me, bitch.
In my current playthrough, I'm doing only bards, and I keep Shadowheart in my band. So.
Thank you. Correct. You're redeemed somewhat. Thank you.
And if you could do a reprisal of the squirrel, would you?
If I could reprise, yeah, absolutely.
I love that squirrel.
Baldur's Gate 4, and it's just squirrels. In fact, the squirrels in the game are all voiced by directors of the game.
Oh, I love that.
So that would be really great. Now we get to run the show.
Yeah.
There is demand for it, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now go be blessed by Jesus.
Hello again. Speaking of religious trauma and being gay.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah, I just remembered I wanted to recommend the book Oranges is Not the Only Fruit.
Oh, great book.
If anyone else wants to read it, it's a great book. But a question for both of you. I know that you, Jennifer, are going to play D&D or Daggerheart with Critical Role soon. And I'm wondering if you, Aliona, if you will, or have you planned on playing any sort of D&D on a show or anything else?
I like Jen's answer when people ask this. I'm like, if I had an NDA, I would not break it right now in front of this audience. But no, I have played D&D on panels at conventions before. And that's the only time I've played it, and I loved it. And I actually played the squirrel in one, and that was great. Because I could avoid most things and then just be like, I'm a squirrel, don't ask me.
If you had a go-to character right now, both of you, what would you play?
Barbarian, always.
And race?
I haven't done Tiefling yet, and that's the gayest answer, isn't it? So let's go for a Tiefling Barbarian. But I just love smashing things.
It's true.
Accidentally in real life, not like aggressively. But but you're very much bard.
They call me Aliona Baranova.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. I have a question for Jennifer. What was your reaction of Clair Obscur, who was nominated for Game of the Year? But what was your reaction when the developers said that we don't know how to make the game?
What do you mean that we don't know how to?
We don't know how to make a game on the speech
when they won.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. I wasn't listening. Because I can't remember. It was all a blur.
It was cameras in our faces.
It was cameras in our faces, and I was just like. But in the first part of your question, absolutely over the moon. Absolutely over the moon, and I'm so proud of that team and so proud of that game. It's genuinely one of the most life-changing things I've ever done. I mean, both of them, both Baldur's Gate 3 and Clair Obscur, like in very different ways, completely changed my life. And that team and that cast. Oh my God, the cast, and we've become really close, and they are just some of the kindest humans ever, and I consider them like dear friends, and that is such a privilege, and so it's really lovely to be able to share that success with such beautiful human beings, and yeah, just thrilled, to be honest, and yeah, it genuinely makes me so happy, so yeah. Good things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love your matching shoes.
It was an accident.
My question is, what is it like to work together? Like, yeah, you two.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously amazing. And I think we're not together romantically anymore, but it doesn't mean that we wouldn't work together professionally.
We're working together right now.
We're working together right now, and it's very gay of us. Exes who work together.
That's my joke. You stole my joke.
I did steal your joke, but everything is copy, as Nora everyone says. Genuinely, we always loved working, especially on Baldur's Gate 3. It was amazing, and we were really lucky to work with Beth Park as well, and it was just like a little coven, and I loved that. It was a really beautiful thing.
I think it was quite special, and at first it was a secret, so that was fun when we got together on Baldur's Gate, and eventually when everyone found out, we told people. I was saying in the panel yesterday, when Jen had to do romance lines, I was used as a blushometer test. If the line was delivered and it wasn't good enough, everyone would look at me and I'd be like, yeah, it's okay. And then if Jen really ramped it up and made it spicier, and I'd blush, and be like, yeah, that's the take. So it was quite beautiful. And then we never expected it, but we got to travel the world together, doing conventions, meeting people, and also how much it means to people to see, in the past, see a queer couple succeed, and now two queer people still succeed, means a lot. So there's a lot special. There's a lot that's special about it.
Yeah, massively. And I think streaming was really not on my bingo card, and not something I ever aspired to do. But we kind of gave it a go, and I think being part of it was to show people what a healthy, loving queer relationship looks like, because quite often you don't have that representation, and I do believe that you have to see it to be it sometimes, and I'm really glad that we got to do that for people and
create an amazing community
and
from
create
it.
an amazing, some of my favourite people ever in that community, and that we still want that community to thrive and still be friends, and they are. And also to be able to show, because we were just in our living room, so it was really important, we were just unmasked ADHD babies, just being like, this is who we are, this is, and we struggle with things, and we're not going to romanticize somebody said that in a letter that I read last night, that yeah, we didn't romanticize our ADHD. Like we go like this sucks sometimes, but this is how we cope with it. And I'm really grateful we had the opportunity to do that, and I wouldn't have done that on my own.
This really is therapy, Jesus Christ. I think we had each other, and that was, again, special, but it meant that we could do all of that. We could be ourselves, and I think also with Shadowheart, there was something so beautiful to both contribute to the creation of her. And when it came to doing cutscenes of Shadowheart, we had for cutscenes a core mocap team, and I was one of them doing the performances, and the team at Larian were like, obviously you're going to play Shadowheart. And that was so special to play Shadowheart, and so
it was really important.
Like the Shadowheart lays down fight scene, all the stuff with the parents and the cutscenes. I was contributing to Jen's character, who we had created and carved, and Jen did this beautiful, incredible performance. And it just, that's like a creative baby of ours.
Yeah.
That's kind of our legacy.
Yeah.
Oh, really, this is therapy right now.
Thank you so much.
A lot of these striped shirts, I wonder why.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Today I have a bit silly question.
Good.
So, if any of your characters got banned from a restaurant, like why? What did they do?
I mean, Corinna, yeah, throwing acorns. I think Shadowheart liked to have wine. And I like the idea of Shadowheart like getting blasted on a night out and just like getting a bit leery. Like, I don't know, like I just think she'd be good vibes. And just like dance on the table. Can you imagine? And then Maelle would probably get in a fight, like protecting her mates.
Oh God.
Oh God, parry it! Yeah, she'd probably like get a team brawl going. Yeah, that's what I think.
I think, let's be real. So, in Expedition, I'm a couple of NPCs at the beginning in the prologue. One of the first ones you meet is Marie. Marie is a Karen. She is a Karen, isn't she? And like, honestly, she's the one that says to Sophie, oh, you chose not to have children, shame on you, while she's holding her child's hand, and she's about to be gommaged herself. What really she should be saying is, I'm really sad that I'm about to go and my child is not going to have a parent, and but instead she Karens in that moment, and I think that's exactly what would happen in a restaurant. And of course, like Clair Obscur, really beautifully written. She then takes it back and apologizes. And I was saying yesterday on the panel, that's real humanity. That sometimes emotions can be messy, and then as long as she apologizes and takes accountability, all of that in that one interaction is incredible. But she is the type of person that would send back food and ask for a manager. She's got a Karen haircut and everything. So yeah, it's Marie from Clair Obscur.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's something you guys felt that you wanted to do, but then like, oh shit, the blue check, I shouldn't make a scene at a restaurant for you.
Personally.
For you guys, like food back or something.
Like I don't know. I'm too British to do it. I think the only time I've done it is in America, where it's like a bit more standard. And it's because the prawns were just so chewy. And I was just like, that's really expensive. That's not a good prawn. Yeah.
I was in a restaurant gossiping about my life really loudly with Matt. I don't want to say surname, but a famous Matt, not Mercer actually. And we were talking really loudly, and our server was like this young guy, and we just assumed nothing. And then at the end, when we get the bill, he's like, by the way, are you Aliona Baranova?
By the way.
I'm a really big fan. And I was like, wow. You're talking about my life so loudly. Got a photo with the Matt as well, and he was like, damn, now it feels weird that I've said which Matt. I don't want to say. Yeah. But yeah, it can be. Again, we forget that people know us, but niche though. We are niche. You never expect it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
guys.
Hi.
I kind of have a strange question. I was wondering if there was anything that you guys would like to be asked about or wish people would ask you about more, whether that is whether it's like in your life or like in a project you worked on, or is there anything that you kind of wish people would ask about?
I love talking about like culture. I'm like, yeah, like I just feel like that in more conversation anyway. Like I think we can go, like I'm like, I'll have like a work chat, and I'm like, I just want to talk about the books I'm enjoying, or the TV I'm enjoying, or what films I've watched, or like I love like that's like one of my big love languages is like being recommended music, or like lending books, and I'm like, I always just want to talk about that. Or birds. Yeah.
Anytime.
Did I steal your answer? I would like birds.
The specifics of directing, because the thing with ADHD, I do have a really bad memory. And it was years ago that we did Baldur's Gate 3, and then I forget what I did, but I was there for 4 years working on it. And then I just like, yeah, I directed, whatever. But I'd like to talk about the specifics a bit more. I did direct like, I don't know, 50 actors, 100? I don't even know at this point. So I appreciate the question earlier. Yeah, I think I'd like to talk about that a bit more. Conventions, like, what's it like doing conventions? I like it when people ask that.
Good question, though. I like that.
I do want to say, Aliona, I know there's a lot of people in the community that would love to hear more about that if you ever get back to streaming. So.
Thank you. I would like to stream.
Thank you.
Well, if you like birds, you should play the board game Wingspan. Try it. It's awesome.
Yes, yeah.
Designed completely by women as well, I think. The whole team is women. Beautiful illustrations.
Fantastic.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Wingspan.
That's a good way to get. You've got my respect back after asking if I was born in Belarus.
So sorry.
That's not your fault. Google does say it. Google does say it. It's
Trying to
on,
look
it's
up.
on Google.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. I also really love birds, and I got very curious. What's your favorite bird?
Ooh, good question. What is your favourite bird at the moment?
Well, okay, so I have a top 3. I love a blue-footed booby. They're just funny. I've never seen one. I want to. I love pheasants. I think they're so funny. They're just incredible creatures. And I would love to... When you went to New Zealand, did you see a kakapo?
Kakapo, no.
I really want to see a kakapo, and if I was in New Zealand, I would have made that happen. It's a flightless green parrot. It's flightless, and it starts to look like moss, because you must know what a kakapo is. And it is endangered, but it's just such a cool little bird, and it looks a bit like an owl as well. Yeah, what about you?
I like kiwi birds a lot.
Yes, yeah.
Kiwi birds.
Yeah.
Saw one in New Zealand, not in the wild, like in a sanctuary, but it was really, really, really cool.
They are so cool.
My favourites. I've got so many. I think a Jenny Wren. Like they're tiny and loud, like me. And what else do I love? When I was in New Zealand, the bellbird is the most beautiful sound, and I would just like sit outside and listen to them. And what else do I love? I do love a starling, and I love that they represent like community and unity, and like that always makes me really happy. And their noises are fabulous. And yeah, seeing them. What's it called?
Fly.
Seeing them fly together is wicked.
A murmuration.
Murmuration. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good question.
Yes, thank you.
We have reached the official closing time for the panel. I don't know if you guys are supposed to be somewhere else.
I'm loving this therapy session. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going until someone tells us to cut it off and fuck off. Exactly. Oh shit, my son is there. So he knows. I swear. Never mind.
Do we need to pay you guys for this therapy session afterwards?
Yeah, I'm saying.
All right, please.
Hi, my name is Kai, and I already met you. And I had a really great question, but I forgot it now when you started to talk about birds. If I knew this, I would have shown you my pheasant that I also need by hand, not only the squirrel.
Am I hallucinating or did the child just walk past?
No, it's his son.
Oh. Continue.
Yeah, now I remember a bit of the question. It was about character. development? Like, what was cut off from the actual? I mean, it's been a...
We're not allowed to say.
You're not?
No, we've been asked not to say.
Okay.
Yeah. But there wasn't really anything, just things that weren't good enough.
Can you just talk about the squirrels a little bit?
Yeah, do you remember anything that was cut? Yeah, I think like...
Shadowheart really, there were a lot of changes that were made to her character, which I think I'm allowed to talk about, right? And yeah, she was a lot less likable at the beginning when we were in early access and received feedback from players, and that was changed. But yeah, like not much like cut, like, oh, by the way, she had a pet hamster, like that would be big or whatever. No, like not that I can remember. And with Expedition, like that was fully formed script. So and like a lot was already done. We were kind of like one of the last aspects of that to be put in. So yeah, none of that really. It doesn't. No, bit of a boring answer to be honest. But there we go. It's honest. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Like, you might have gotten this question a lot of times, but I haven't heard the answer, so I'm going to ask it anyway. If you two as a duo, directing, acting duo, could do any other character that you haven't done before, like from all the fiction, which one would you want it to be?
No.
You can answer as a duo or individually or...
Gay one.
Gay one. A gay one! Yeah.
Who would we do?
Oh, I don't know.
We would do a really good job. I love that the camera is not cutting to us in time of us cutting. Say something.
Say something.
See? I got it that time.
I genuinely, like, this is kind of what I answered yesterday. I find it a little dangerous to, not dangerous, that's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? I never want to aspire to one particular character or one particular thing, because I feel like what is meant for you will find you, and that's kind of how I've lived my life, and it's worked out all right. I'm kind of like open to the universe, and I think sometimes when you grab onto something, that's not necessarily the thing that you want to do. But just in general, like I love complicated, messy characters. That is my jam, and I would love, different kinds. But like I think I would also I would love to do more villains. I think they're fascinating. I would love more comedy. Like, so there's like avenues I would like to go down. But my answer yesterday was Artemis, the Greek goddess, because I'm a Greek goddess gay. Like, come on now. I think that would be really cool. But I think also there's leeway with like mythological characters to kind of make them your own, because they're Greek mythology. It's not like I think so that's what I'm gonna answer. What about you?
I love it when a project starts with inspired by true events. So there's so many heroes in this world that we don't know about. I like when their stories are told.
The unsung heroes of the world.
Pardon?
The unsung heroes of the world.
Absolutely. So, and we all know some in our daily lives. Like I think the volunteers that help animal rescue in the area we used to live in. It's real people, I think. I don't know them because they're unsung heroes, but we'll make them known.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're right.
First question, I say a big thank you from a very old gamer that, of course, now the Baldur's Gate, but the Expedition 33 was such a wonderful game to be working with so much feelings and thoughts. This Sunday, you ruined my Sunday when after some special events. Excellent game, and I'm so happy that when my daughter started playing here, which that did like this before the spoilers. Excellent game. Thank you very much for making me feel an old gamer feel so good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Last two questions then.
Okay.
And then we're done.
Seeing as I'm forgetful, I'm here again.
Quick question.
How do you get into acting? Because it's like interesting. I want to do it, but I don't know how. Like getting into video game acting.
In the UK, the general thing is there's so many different ways to get into acting. Like there's not a uniform answer, but the general way of doing it is going to drama school and training. And yeah, we both went to drama school, different kinds, but we did, and I did find that invaluable. Have I worked with actors that didn't formally train and are just as brilliant? Yes. So, you know, like there are many ways of doing it. I will say that like workshops, training are invaluable in getting as much experience as possible. Please don't just think, I can do some accents so I can just get into video games, fuck off. No offense. I'm joking, but I think learning your craft and training yourself in whether that's autodidactic or through a more formal teaching yourself or a more formal training route, because it's not always possible financially for people or time but I think arming yourself with as much knowledge and learning is the key thing. And just getting experience and do community theatre. Try it out. Don't just think, I want to be rich and famous, so therefore I'm just going to rock up. Give it a go. Go do local productions and immerse yourself in that. Go on.
Can we rewind a little bit, Jennifer English? Autodidactic. That means what?
Like teaching yourself.
Autodidactic.
Yeah.
We should all take that away from today's panel.
Words are hot. Words are sexy, man.
One quick, did you record Verso's drafts after you finished the main game, or was it already recorded? Because wouldn't that be
what was the question?
Verso's drafts, the DLC, Clair Obscur, the free DLC. Did you record it after the main game? Did you come back in?
Yes, they did.
Okay, yeah. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
All right, sir. Last question. No pressure.
I have a question about Shadowheart. So you said that you take it personally when it comes to your characters. So what, as voice actor, do you have? What influence do you have on your characters as voice actor? And what Shadowheart, what we have in game, that haven't had before in scripts?
So, that's not really a question for me. That's a question for John Corcoran, the writer, because it's hard to tell. But I like to think that I think he has said to me, or he said it before, that, or maybe I'm being delusional, but that he did. He started to hear Shadowheart in my voice when because the writing was going on as we were recording the game, right? So so I like to think that he kind of adjusted his writing according to me, but I think generally it's so hard to tell. I'm not in his brain, but I don't know. That's a really, I'm sorry, that's a bit of a damp squib of an ending. I'm dunno.
I'm trying to think of something funny to end on.
Funny to end on. But I think, I don't know. That's it.
I love that ending. I really do. Thank you so much, everyone, and especially thank you, Jennifer and Aliona. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a lovely rest of the con and lovely interactions with your fans.
Yeah,
It's been lovely. You guys are amazing.
Thank you for coming to our therapy session.
Yeah.
Send us invoices. It's been spiritually enlightening. Thank you, Jesus.
Thanks, Jesus.
Thank you so much. Thank you.